video, we're going to learn how to find future value using the future value formula and the future value table. So first I'm going to show you how to apply this formula that you see right here, and second I will show you how to find the same value using the table. So since here we're dealing with compound interest, future value is the sum of the compound interest and the original principal. So as per our question, the information given is $1,400 at 4% compounded quarterly for 2 years. So in your formula that you see right here, P refers to your principal. This is your starting amount. So as per your question, 1400 is principal. R stands for rate. So here you're given 4%, but it is compounded quarterly. So quarterly means 4 times a year. So in your formula, instead of using 4%, you will use 4% divided by 4 equals to 1%. Again, this is done because here the question says 4% is compounded quarterly, meaning this calculation is done 4 times a year. So for each calculation, instead of using 4%, you will be using 1%. Now, N here refers to time. So time here, as per your question, is 2 years. But since this is compounded quarterly, you will use 4 times 2 equals to 8. Again, this is done because you are compounding interest 4 times a year. So even though this is a duration for 2 years, you are compounding it 8 times during those 2 years. So N here will be equal to 8. So we have our values needed to put together into our formula. So let's get started. So as per our question, future value will then be 1400 multiplied 1 plus 1%. So 1% divided by 100% equals 0.01 raised to the power of 8. So in your calculator, you should get 1515.99 cents. Now using our table, the two values we need are the number of periods and the rate per period. So this is the value that we just discussed, the 1% and 8. So using this information, we're going to find the value in the table. So the first column shows you the number of periods. So here we discussed that this is compounded 8 times. Hence, you will go to where it says 8. Now you will need to slide it to the right at 1%. The intersection of these two is 1.08286. Using this intersection value, we're going to multiply it to 1400. So in your calculator, you should get 1516. So when we found our future value using the formula, we had 1515.99. We could round this up to 1516. Hence in this video, we looked at 2 ways to find future value.